Marches, street parties and military parades. Events were held around the country today to mark the 3rd Armed Forces Day, honouring the work of Britain's servicemen and women. But the festivities take place amid mounting concern over morale. The Army's former head of bomb disposal has told Channel 4 News that some of the best young officers are leaving because of budget cuts. Carl Dinnan reports.
The armed forces feel as well supported by the public these days as they have for years. Of that, there is no doubt. Today, Edinburgh hosted the centrepiece of the 3rd Armed Forces Day.
They need support. They do a good job. We've got to support them.
It's support all the time. We need to, because sometimes the government's not supporting them very much.
The trouble is that the military are also starting to believe that's true. The government wants cuts at the same time as needing 2 wars fought, and the professional head of the forces didn't deny there'd been differences between the men in grey suits and the top brass.
If you go back through history, there's always been tension between those of us who wear uniform and, studied for 40 years our profession with a particular thing that we want to achieve, whatever that might be, and those who have quite rightly other priorities or other views that we then have to knit together. But I can tell you, at the level which we're working, there is no tension, and I absolutely thoroughly enjoy the constructive debate that we have.
Looking over the latest kit, the Prime Minister may have had the bills on his mind.
And this is 15 miles a gallon, you say? Yeah.
But his Defence Secretary maintained that the defence budget had been, well, defended.
The government gave more importance to the armed forces and therefore the reduction in the budget's been smaller. We'll work our way through that. We've set a path to 2020, which will have the 4th biggest defence budget in the world.
But is that how it feels on the front line? Recent reports have suggested that the Army's best and brightest are becoming disillusioned. Until a few months ago, the head of the Army's bomb disposal teams was Colonel Bob Seddon.
I'm really quite concerned about the number of really good people that are leaving the Army now. I see some of my senior friends and colleagues that have decided it's time to go. But also critically, going down the ranks, some of those senior captains and junior majors that are absolutely essential to the delivery of sort of operational capability are deciding it's time to go. And I must say, it worries me.
He told me the problem was essentially financial.
There's a feeling amongst some of my senior friends in the Army that the Treasury doesn't necessarily want value for money from defence, it just wants it on the cheap. And many of these really talented and experienced individuals at the senior captain and junior major level are bright enough to think that perhaps in 5 to 10 years' time they may be called on to put their life on the line and might not have the training and equipment that they need to do the job.
One young officer who's staying is the new Colonel of the Irish Guards, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge presenting the regiment's medals today. The armed forces can always depend on royal support. They don't have to balance the books.